Yashoda Mata, although she threw the stick aside, but she wanted to give him a small punishment. Because she was afraid that if I don't punish my Kana, after he grows up, he will become very bad or something like that. So she threw the stick aside, but there was a rope lying nearby. So what Yashoda Mata did, she took that rope and she bound Krishna to that mortal. After doing this, she goes away. Now Krishna is thinking, see, at first she didn't give me milk properly. Now she has bound me like this to this mortar. Wait, I am going to teach you a big lesson today. Now thinking like that, what Krishna did, he pulled that mortar and he came out of the house. And when he saw two big trees in the courtyard of the house. Can you all see those two trees here? Now you can see the two big trees. Mataji is looking. You can visualize, as per the story. There are two big trees are standing here. Which trees are they? Yamalarjuna trees. And these two trees also had a history behind them. What is that? These two trees in their previous Janma, they were the two sons of Kubera. Their names were Nalakuvera and Manideva. Why these two boys became trees? No? They were cursed by Narada Muni. Why Narada Muni cursed them? Because their father was a very powerful and rich person. These two boys have become spoiled brats. You know spoiled brats? Means there is no rules, no regulation. They will do whatever they want. They will break all the rules and regulation of the Shastras. See, in the Shastras there are 4 basic rules. Shastras mentioned. 4 regulative principles. One of them is no meat eating. The second is no gambling. The third is no intoxication. Fourth is no illicit sex. These are the 4 pillars of sinful life. That's why in our ISKCON, anybody takes the Diksha, they will promise to the Guru that I will not indulge in these 4 types of sinful activities. One is no meat eating, means fish, egg or any animal product we give up. Also we don't eat onions and garlic also because they stimulate our organs. Then no gambling. You know gambling? Cards. Now earlier any weekend comes, there are some people, they cannot stay in their house. All the friends will come, they will start playing patta, spit, cards. So that is, and some people are very fond of betting. And also, if you make a very risky investment, that is also called as gambling only. How many of you have invested in Bitcoin? Bitcoin, Madhavji, have you invested? Don't invest it. And even shares. Shares also, one day they can, Sensex can go to 60,000, suddenly it can fall to 45,000. If you have invested a substantial amount of money, you will always be under anxiety. I have invested 15 lakh rupees. See, that Rakesh, how many of you know Rakesh Jhunjhunwala? The billionaire investor. Rakesh Jhunjhunwala, one time when he had invested his money in Tata stocks, he was losing every day 10 crore rupees. Can you imagine? Losing 10 crore rupees every day. He was a very strong person. But he bounced back, and when he died recently, he was having a fortune of 50,000 crore rupees. How much? 50,000 crores. 50,000 crore rupees, and you die at only age of 65 is a big tragedy, correct? If you are a beggar, you die even at 30 or 40 also die, no problem. You are sitting on top of 50,000 crore rupees and you die at 65 is a terrible loss. Correct, no? 50,000 crore rupees. Why I am saying this? Any investment which is very risky, which is very volatile, the devotees of the Lord will not invest in that. It is once somebody sent me a question, from ISKCON Mysore. He is very close to me. Prabhuji, I have some investment in Bitcoin. Is it acceptable? Then I wrote to him, any investment which is volatile, which is continuously fluctuating, please don't invest in that. See, if you invest your money in a fixed deposit, you know what is the interest you are going to earn, correct? If you invest it for 3 years, we will give you 6.2%. Or if you are a senior citizen, 6.5%. You know, after 3 years or 5 years, how much money I am going to make. That is not a risky investment. There you don't feel anxious. But if you invest it in shares, if you invest in Bitcoin, you are always under anxiety. So I request all the devotees, please don't go for risky investment. That will spoil your peace of mind. Correct? The third regulative principle is what? No meat eating, no gambling, no intoxication. Intoxication means anything, any drink or any food which makes you to consume it repeatedly by compulsion. That is called a intoxication. Recently we went for a Damodara Yatra and the Prabhu, he was staying alone. He's a consultant. We could see in the Almira, all the bottles were very nicely arranged. Black label, blue label, rum, everything. Balram Prabhu showed me, Prabhuji, see there. And I said, Prabhu, okay, keep quiet. Because he had just gone inside the room. Don't say that, he may feel offended. So, people proudly display that. So, intoxication. Intoxication also means smoking, bidi, cigarette, marijuana, or any other, drugs. Plus, even betel nut. In India it's very popular. After food, what we do? We put pan. That also we avoid. Why? Because all these items, they agitate your prana. Once the prana is agitated, the senses become very strong. When the senses become strong, mind will become weak. If the sense says, I want to enjoy that, mind will say, okay, Baba, let's go. Let's enjoy. So we have to be very careful with our diet. Okay? No meat eating, no gambling, no intoxication. Last but not the least, no illicit sex life. You have to consider all women other than your wife as your mother. This is the injunction of the Shastra. That's why Chanakya has told very beautifully. Matravat paradhareshu. Any person's wife other than your wife, you have to consider as your mother. That's why we always call all the women as Mataji, correct? In our ISKCON, this thing, we all call it Mataji, and men are called Prabhuji. So, some people used to call Didi, Didi or something like that. Prabhupada was very upset. He said, whether she is 18-year-old or she is 60-year-old or 80-year-old, you have to address all the women as Mataji. Because in your mental this thing, you should consider that she is your mother. So, this is the injunction of Shastra. Chanakya says, Matravat paradhareshu. Paradhara means other's wife is your mother. Paradravyeshu lostravat. Others' money is like the filth which is there in the garbage. You should never aspire for somebody else's money. Atmavat sarvabhuteshu means you should consider everybody as your own. If Madhav Prabhu is happy, I also should feel happy. If Madhav Prabhu is not feeling well, I also should feel concerned. So we have to say Naveen Prabhu or any other is like me only. Atmavat sarvabhuteshu. Everybody you should consider they are my own. Sapashyati Pandita. If you have this attitude, if you have this outlook, then you are considered a Pandita. Not the person who by heart some 4 or 5 slokas from Bhagavad Gita, Bhagavatam and talks as if he is the big Pandit. No. If you are a Pandita, others' wife is your mother. Others' wealth is like filth for you. And you should consider everybody as your own. So if you have these 3 things, then you are considered a Pandita.